Yo, what's up, guys? Earl DFS coming back with another video, and today I'm going to try something a little bit different. This is kind of like a preview of what we can expect for later dates for this channel. Today I'm going to be going over a little bit of baseball. Yes, I know it's only spring training, but there's still money to be made. Here is the slate we have here. Now, I'm not going to be Xing out of this because it'll show my lineup that I've already built. So I didn't want to really do that. But this contest, there's $11 to enter. Let's take a look. $11 to enter, and there's 1,069 people. Top prize is $2,000. That's not bad for spring training baseball. And I believe that if we look at the slate a certain way, then we can find advantages to being able to play certain lineups or play certain players that could give you a higher opportunity of getting you points, and to look at the slate a little bit different. Now, if we look here, pitchers, everyone's $4,500. Catchers, everyone's $4,500. First base, everybody's $4,500. You get the gist here. So we can literally go bam, 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 bam. And just like that, no matter what you do, you will have $5,000 left over. Do not be alarmed. That's just the way the prices play out. They could have done it where it was $4,000 a player. You have $10,000 left over, $5,000 a player, no money left over. But that's just how they choose to price it. And I think that can lead to a lot of advantages if you know where to look. Now, granted, this is spring training, and it's kind of different than normal baseball, obviously. You get players that they're trying to make the team. You get players that they're veterans that they're just coming here to get ready for the season. So it's just a way to look at it. One thing I like to do is obviously I like to stack, but you can't really look at matchups particularly here because if you're looking at this Mets Tigers game, saying I want the Mets stack here today. Granted, I just used that because I'm a Mets fan, but ignore bias here. You'd be like, I want the Mets stack because they're going up against Spencer Turnbull, which I remember playing him last year, and he was absolutely a dumpster fire. Doesn't really matter who the starting pitcher is. This could have been Michael Wacha. This could have been Jacob deGrom. It could have been Noah Syndergaard. It could have been some scrub off the street. The way I look at it is he's going 2 innings. Regardless of who he is, he's going 2 innings. So you're just looking for someone. You could look for a team that you think, their top of the order looks good. They can jump off to a 1-0 lead. They can get Spencer Turnbull or Michael Wacha or Jose Urena, Michael Fultonevich, a win for going 2 innings. They give them a 1-0 lead and they hold the lead. Cool. That's one way to go at it. I think pitchers are just a dart throw, and you just hope the guest one was right. Yesterday, I got it right. I had Abreu who got me 16.5 points, and I had Velasquez that got me enough to get me into a 14th place spot. I could look over that, but I don't want to click out of here because I have a lineup built already that I'm going with, and I'm trying not to just give it away. But if we look here, one thing I want to look at as a way to approach this slate is, say, hitters. First of all, you want them that are starting. You want starters. They will get more at-bats. So if we're looking here, I want, obviously, players who are starting. So I will look at starting lineups. Also, what I'll do is I'll take a look at previous games. We have both the Tigers and the Astros on the slate. So yesterday they played. The Astros won 11-1. The score doesn't matter. What does matter to me is not who got a hit, who did this, who did that. It's this column right here. How many at-bats did they get? And you try to look for a pattern. Miles Straw, he had 3 at-bats. Jose Altuve, he had 2 at-bats. He was taken out after 2 at-bats. Alex Bregman, he had 3 at-bats. Carlos Correa, he also had 3 at-bats. He had 2, and then he drew a walk. Yuri Gurriel, 3. Dawson, not a starter, got 2. Stubbs, 2. Richie, 2. Ren, 2. Now, if you look at it this way, starters are a good way to go because they get 2 to 3 at-bats compared to these guys who come in that get 1 at-bat, 1 at-bat, 1 at-bat. If you look at it that way, that's 3 at-bats. That's very lucky for him because everyone else 1, and they got 3 and 3. That's also, it went 11-1, so don't look at it that way. But I like to look at the starters more than the people who come afterwards because for all we know, they can go down 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 1-2-3, and they're getting 1 at-bat. They got 3 at-bats, 3 at-bats, 3 at-bats because they went off for 5 runs in the 7th and 3 in the 9th. But if you look, starters are getting 3 at-bats, minus Altuve. So if we look, I would like to play the Astros a little bit. Their starters, for the most part, get 3 at-bats. We look at Detroit here. Maben got 3 at-bats. And that's it. All the other players got 2 at-bats, 1 at-bat, 2 at-bat, 2 at-bat. So the way I look at this is this may be a strategy that the coaches are using. All right. We'll look at other teams that are playing today. The Mets and the Nationals played yesterday. We look, McNeil had 3 at-bats. Nimmo had 3 at-bats. Alonso had 3 at-bats. Conforto had 3 at-bats. Dom Smith had 3 at-bats. Nunez had 3 at-bats. Even Vargas down here, 3 at-bats. That makes me look at the Mets, and I know I'm a Mets fan, that I'm throwing this. I'm looking just at these stats here. Makes me want to play the Mets a little bit because Luis Rojas is showing he'll give the starters 3 at-bats during these spring training games, which is very good. It gives you a higher chance of, I would rather have someone who gets 3 at-bats than 2 at-bats, obviously. It gives them more of an opportunity to get you a hit, score you some points, because points are very difficult to come by with spring training baseball. The winner only had, I think, 78 points yesterday and won $2,000 from that. Or no, I had 78 points. The winner had like 82 points. I can look at that up. So, that's just one thing you want to look at. Yeah, the winner I had 81 points. The winner had 94 points. Their highest, they only had 2 players that were not pitchers that scored more than 10 points. So you're just looking for players that'll give you at-bats that can possibly get you a run, get you a hit, get you an RBI, something to get you on the board. That's why if I'm looking at previous slates here or previous games, I'm looking at the Mets here. Rojas is giving 3 at-bats. On the National side, I may not be looking to them as much because they're only getting 2 at-bats. Turner, an at-bat and a walk. Eaton, 2 at-bats. Burr, 2 at-bats. Gomes, 2 at-bats. Williamson, 2 at-bats. Ward, 2 at-bats. Like, these starters are not getting 3 at-bats. Granted, also, they only had 1 run to the 6th, or they didn't score until the 6th inning, so they didn't have as many at-bats. But still, they did not get at-bats. Another 2 teams that are also on the slate, the Miami Marlins, St. Louis Cardinals. We look here. Cardinals hitters, 2 at-bats. 2 at-bats. 2 at-bats. Molina got 3. He got 2. Edmund got 3. He got 3. 4 and 4. the bottom of the Cardinals lineup got 4 at-bats. That kind of will make me want to look at these players like a Thomas or a Nagowski. I've never heard of this guy, but he got 4 at-bats. That allowed him to get 2 hits. He got 2 RBIs. So, to look at it this way, the Cardinals could be a halfway decent play. So now if I head back to DraftKings and see St. Louis here, or let me just click their starting lineup. Now people will look at it like I don't want to play them because they're players I don't know. I don't know who Rangel Ravello is. I don't know who Nolan Gorman is. I don't know who Austin Dean is. These guys can all be sub 5% owned. And they could be getting 4 at-bats today. That's just if we're looking based on that game. We look at the Marlins, 2 at-bats, 1 at-bat, 2 at-bat. The Marlins are a team I wouldn't want to play as much because they only get 2 at-bats, even scoring early in the game. And who is the other one on the slate? Well, I went over Washington, New York. That was yesterday's game, by the way. St. Louis, Miami, Houston, Detroit, and Atlanta. Yesterday they played Minnesota, or they played Toronto. Today they played Minnesota. Atlanta batters, 3 at-bats, 3 at-bats. Camargo, 2 at-bats. Alonso, 3 at-bats. Culberson, 2 at-bats. 3 at-bats, my bad. Waters, 3 at-bats. Pesci, 3 at-bats. I want to target possibly the Braves today. They all get 3 at-bats. Now, obviously, we don't want to just look at one game samples. We also want to look at here. 3 at-bats, 3 at-bats, 3 at-bats. This is 2 days ago. So the top of their order is getting 3 at-bats for the Astros. For the Nationals, once again, they're holding them to 2 at-bats. Other than Michael Taylor here, got 3 at-bats. Gomes got 3 at-bats. He's also the DH. Anyone with 2 at-bats and a walk? No. So the Nationals tend to keep their hitters to 2 at-bats. They're not a team I want to get to then. Houston likes to give 3 at-bats to their players. Detroit, they give 3 at-bats, 3, and then a bunch of 2s. And then there's just 3 down there. They like giving 3 at-bats to some of their players. Atlanta, granted they only scored 1 run, 2 at-bats for all their players. So it's just a way to look at the slate. It's not end all be all by whether or not they're getting 3 at-bats or not, or if they've proven that they'll give them 3 at-bats or not. But basically, if they are given more at-bats, that's where I want to aim. I want to look at the teams that have shown that they will give their starters more opportunities to put up points. So I want to look at those teams that give 3 at-bats, like the New York Mets. They love giving 3 at-bats to their players. Houston, they gave it to the top of their order that one game. Atlanta, they give it to them a lot. St. Louis, was a little bit. Washington, they really don't. Miami, they really don't. So it's just a way to look at the slate. This is a way to approach spring training baseball. This is not really much of a slate breakdown, but this is more of a strategy video. Is how I'm going to label it. I don't know if I'm going to be doing daily videos for spring training. Probably not. Or I might. I don't know yet. Depends on how this video does. Depends on how you guys like the baseball content. But overall, I want volume. Because at the end of the day, I want volume, a combination of volume and talent. If the Mets have shown that they'll give, I know he's not playing today, but Pete Alonso, he was $4,500 yesterday. He is the same price as a Rangel Ravello, which no one has ever freaking heard of. I would like to go to Alonso more than I would go to Ravello. Now, granted, Pete Alonso's name is going to carry ownership with him. If Ravello is going to get 3 at-bats and Alonso is going to get 3 at-bats at the same price, I'll probably go with Alonso more often, but I will go with some Ravello because ownership is a thing. Now, granted, it's probably not as much of a thing for spring training baseball, and I'm probably overthinking myself here, but this is the way I want to approach spring training baseball. I played yesterday, and I had pretty decent success. Let me see if I can click on recent here. Yes, I had pretty decent success yesterday. I can look at my lineup here. And I look. I had Straw. He had 3 at-bats yesterday. We look here. I'm ahead of myself here. Houston. I had a 3-man Houston. And they got Altuve got me 9. Correa got me 2. Straw got me 19. Straw carried, I think, 7% ownership with him because he's not as much of a name as Correa or as Altuve. I had a 1-2-4 stack. So I had Correa, he got me a walk. Altuve, he got me, well, he was hit by the pitch, but he got me a walk as well then. And Straw, he got me a home run. He scored 2 runs. He got an RBI, 2 hits. Cool. I also had a 5-man Mets stack. I knew they were going up against Washington. I didn't really care. I saw they get 3 at-bats, so I went with McNeil, with Nimmo, with Alonso, with Conforto, and with Ramos. I went with a 5-man Mets stack. Because I also saw that the Washington pitcher wasn't someone that I don't think is going to make the team. So you can also look at it that way, seeing, so-and-so is starting. I don't think he's going to be that good. But still, it's just a way to look at the slate. I'm not saying this is the end-all, be-all, but this is the way I approach spring training baseball. I know it's just spring training, but $54 win on an $11 entry, it's not too bad. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys found this somewhat helpful. Gives you a way to look at spring training baseball more than just, I know this guy's name and bink, and then next thing you know, you're donating your money to DraftKings. I do recommend stacks. I will recommend stacks for spring training, for regular season, for postseason, for baseball. It is a correlation sport. Keep that in mind. So if the 1-hitter gets a hit, the 2-hitter drives them in, bonus points. Points stack on top of stack, or they stack on top of points on points on points. And that's the way to have an easier time to get your lineup to get a decent amount of points. But that is going to do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you want to see some spring training content before for like a little bit of a warm-up to Major League Baseball season, which I'm going to be posting daily content for that. Let me know in the comment section below if you like this type of content, and I can do slate breakdowns. They have 4 games, a slate for spring training baseball. Today is the Mets, Tigers, Braves, Twins, Marlins, Astros, and Nationals and Cardinals. So just let me know if you want to see more of that type of content. But that's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you next time.